Hi and welcome. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Adela Afiz. If you are new to Body Whispering, if you are new to me, thank you so much for being here. And to all of our existing Body Whisperers, practitioners, advanced practitioners, wealth whisperers, a very, very warm welcome to you all. This is not an introduction, okay? We are actually gifting you all a session that I am doing here live from the Wealth Whispering Retreat. We've had a very special morning. We had a money portal activation. We've had 2.5 days of working on wealth consciousness and wealth embodiment. Together with that, over the last few days, weeks, months, the Body Whispering energy has really been showing me through all of the sessions, all of the classes that I have been facilitating, where there are still major areas and blocks for people's ability to be connected to their power, to their divine embodiment. So what I would like to do today is actually bring you in to a very special session that is being done with participants in the room, where we are continuing the work of unengaging from all of our past patterns, past programming, the embodiment of trauma that many of us still function from. And if you have done years and years of healing work, facilitation work, receiving sessions, and you're finding that there is still a spiral that you experience, or your experience still goes up and down like this, rather than a direct trajectory, which you may expect after all of the work you have done. This is what this session is here to address. Pretty much everyone in this room and receiving this session has actually done a lot of work across countless modalities. Today is an experience for you of two things. Number one, the contribution that Body Whispering can be. As a specialist in mind, body, energy work, what I now firmly believe is Body Whispering energy is one of the few modalities and energies that works in real time across every facet of our existence. It is working energetically. It is working on your physical body. It is working at a cognitive level to create safety for you so you can have the changes that you receive energetically. It is also, above all, reconnecting you to your source energy, the ability for you to remember that you are here as a divine being having an experience of embodiment. Isn't this what we all want to remember in all moments of our lives? So that is the reason we're having this session today. The second reason is, after 3 long years of being quite literally separated from my core audience and being able to be in rooms with bodies and do these classes, we have our first Body Whispering class and advanced class happening in a few days. And I wanted to remind you guys what can be facilitated for you when you are in the room. The beauty of intimate touch. Body Whispering is a very intimate energy. We've got so many people here you can speak about who've received sessions recently. And the intimacy, the caring that truly empowered touch can create for you, the freedom it can create for you, is why we want to invite you to join the Body Whispering class. Join online, you will still have a really phenomenal experience that is hard to put into words. If you have the ability to join a class in person, this is a reminder of perhaps what your body has been asking for, so it can release and be facilitated in releasing the trauma, the shame, the lack of self-trust, the lack of self-worth, and the lack of connection to yourself that many of us still struggle with. So I've got a very dear friend and body whisperer with us today. He's going to be so kind as to be the surrogate body to receive not just this session for himself, but to be the body that will be facilitating you all, whether you are online, whether you are listening to this in another language, in another country, far, far away, or you are in the room with us. This session is going to be healing and releasing for you as well. So please be willing to receive that. Do you have anything to add?
It's just that hi to everyone. It's been a couple of years since body whispering as a system of work and as an energy is something that I've been using and working with. And one of the things that makes this so different is almost the purity of this energy and how it is so applicable and usable by anyone. And as we're talking about how this energy actually creates a sense of ascension, which is real-time healing. So I don't have any words. We've been in a superpower pact retreat with Dr. Vila the last 2 days. And yeah, we're pretty pumped right now. So I'm looking forward to the session, especially this one that's targeted, to undo trauma and to undo what else is this targeted?
So the reason we're doing this on top of a very powerful, we did a masterclass just 2 days ago. It was body whispering session on somatic healing, which is physical healing, trauma release, and intuitive activation. And what just became so cognitively evident from that is the deep, deep trauma that is still being triggered for many people, no matter how many layers of work they've done on top. And so I'm going to use Dathu's body to not just clear any major traumas that are still being reactivated in him, stopping him from being able to embody his full potential, but I'm going to be using that to also reach out to your bodies and to start to at least make you aware and provide some healing, if not a lot of healing, for that trigger system that is functioning, keeping you in fight or flight, keeping you either neurologically or physiologically in one state, which is survival, while you're doing all this work, which is meant to be freeing you, empowering you, and allowing you to thrive, and you're wondering why you keep bouncing back and forth between those two realities or two worlds. So it's time for that integration to occur. It's time for that alignment to occur. And it's time for a lot of us to be truly free. I do this with today no other agenda apart from providing you that freedom, or at least a taste of that freedom. So thank you for joining us. You are free to share this session with anyone that you think should be on. You can share the Zoom link. And we have an Arabic Zoom that is happening at the same time. There's a Hindi Zoom, no, later on there might be a Hindi translation. And let's get started. This is what body whispering looks like in person. just going to begin the initiation process for body whispering. So we ask the body whispering energy to contribute. We'll also ask the wealth whispering energy to contribute. And we'll ask the energy of the earth, the planet, all that exists to be present in this facilitation and healing today. It's time for us to be safe in our bodies. Some of you may be struggling with why you have done so many things to change psychologically, counseling, therapy, facilitation. You may be wondering why you've done so many advanced healing modalities energetically, and yet this doesn't feel like the safest place for you to be, right here in your body. Why you don't feel like you can create your life with you as the source. Why it's so hard for you to receive, to integrate, and to go out into the world without those fears of judgment, of rejection, of inability to be your most authentic self. All of the places that you have been taking cover, all of the places where you have been hiding, all of the people, all of the organizations, all of the familial, all of the ancestral, all of the inherited energies, beliefs, and points of view where you are still functioning from the need to be included rather than to be sovereign. No one else can give you belonging if you don't have belonging with yourself. No one else can facilitate that for you if you're not willing to start having it from here, right here. Because we can take you far, far beyond, but what's the point of having everything energetically if you can't embody it here? This is why I love body whispering. It's changed my life, not just energetically. It's changed my life, not just when I'm in a room of like-minded people doing energy work with each other. It's changed my life, not just when I'm in the right conditions with the right people, with no judgment and full receiving. It's changed my life in the very real instances and experiences of life. At home, with my family, in my business, in my body, in my self-worth. And I'm just speaking about myself. There are, at this point, literally hundreds, if not thousands of people that can give you very similar testimony. And so I invite you to that possibility today.
मैंने ऐसा करके अंदर डाली तो चाल ली.
And let me know, Rush, if there's questions in the stream. There's very, very strong contribution from the earth with the energy of body whispering. One of the things that I have been repeatedly told now is through this energy, it is our job to bring, the energy of divinity, that ascension we've been speaking of. There's no point having it just above us, beyond us, outside of us. It is time to bring that now down onto this plane, to have it in the very physical plane. So it's almost creating a heaviness, because we are solid, we're solid matter. Yes, we're made of molecules and energy and atoms, but we want to experience things in their physicality. We have a physicality. We must be honoring of that. We must bring that energy down and embody it. So while it feels good and fun and light when everything's just lighted up there and energetic, But the real fun starts when you get to have it in the physical plane. So it's time for us to start bringing this down into our bodies. And right now in this session, my legs are shaking. We are feeling this throb from the earth, because the earth is a huge part of body whispering energy. It is part of our process. We invoke the energy of the earth to contribute to our sessions and to ourselves. And you might be feeling this at home as well. And you might be feeling the energy, and you might also be feeling how peaceful it is, despite how powerful it is. And that is one of the components of true power, is it doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to feel like something really big is happening that is hard for you to integrate. There's actually a very peaceful, gentle, natural energy that is associated with true healing and true power and true embodiment of your power. You do not have to walk through the world screaming your power and making your authority known. You be it, you embody it, you experience it. For yourself first and foremost. And then the world around you starts to change as well. If I asked you what you wanted, then you might say to me, I want more money, I want better relationships. I want better health. I want to heal my body. But actually what you're saying to me is I want to be free. I want freedom. And we have suffered enough as individuals, but also as a collective, because we have been disempowered of our freedom. So I truly believe it's time for us to be free and to come back to our true source and our true nature.
Thank you so much.
None really.
So I know there's probably a lot of people online. I haven't actually checked. I know some of the wealth whisperers are online, many of our body whisperers are online. I'm hoping to continue a lot of this work with you guys in the class happening in just a few days from now, October 10th and 11th. Online, Rashmi's going to give you the link. And if you have the ability to come join us in Dubai, whether you're a flight away, a drive away, please come be in the room with us so we can share this experience and also spread it out into the world as embodied beings experiencing freedom. And if you can't come in person, please join us online. It is an amazing experience. And you will be paired up. You will learn how to do this body whispering session and work. You will learn the process for yourself. You'll also be paired up online and in person. You will do mini swaps during the sessions, during the class. And a 2-day class, we do about 4 swaps, four different swaps. And you have a manual that takes you through embodiment for yourself and also how to be a very powerful and truly empowering practitioner. And following on from that, we have our certified practitioner training where you can become an advanced practitioner. What I haven't shown you today is in a room full of people or online, we're able to facilitate these sessions en masse. On the way to becoming a facilitator, where you can take over my job. Hopefully one day you'll put me out of a job because there'll be so many facilitators of this all around the world. But I will not be required. And if you're not yet able to do any of that, there is so much free content on my YouTube, on my website. Our team around the world have resources in multiple languages. Please reach out. And there's also the masterclass I mentioned that we did on Friday or Thursday that you can still purchase. And that was a very powerful session that I recommend if you're looking for an immediate resource from the comfort of your home. So thank you so much for joining us, everyone. I really, really honor you in your being as a free being.
So they're asking, are there any prerequisites?
There are no prerequisites to join us for the body whispering class coming up. There are no prerequisites to being a body whisperer because body whispering energy is the energy of your true self. Who am I to put prerequisites on that? By nature, you have the prerequisites. If you're a person in a body, you have met the prerequisite to be a body whisperer, to be connected to your true energy, to have connection to yourself, and to live your life in an empowered state. So do please join us. And yeah, Rashmi is available if you guys have questions and comments. There's lots of wonderful facilitators that we have. So please check it out. They're on my website. You can go have a look and join us. Thank you.